Selena Wanzer, and this is Brianna Bartlett and Megan Smines. Today on Bring the Exile, we're going to be talking about Harriet Tubman, Imagining a Life by Beverly Lowry.
We are going to go over her life and how she was devalued as a person and how she protested against slavery.
Starting with her childhood, Harriet Tubman was born in Maryland between February and March in 1822 to Harriet Green and Benjamin Ross. Her birth name was Araminta Ross.
She had 6 siblings. Her first childhood memory was being picked up from her crib and being thrown in the air, like so. She got whipped for not doing chores correctly because she didn't know how to.
But slave.
She received many bad scars from all the whippings.
She tried to take sugar because she'd never had it before and ran away to avoid the harsh punishment when she was caught.
She then lived with pigs for a whole week, fighting them for the little food they had.
She came back to avoid starvation and received an even harsher punishment, and was then sent back to work on the fields because she couldn't do domestic work.
She worked with flax in the fields. It made her very strong, stronger than some of the other men in the field, and it helped her when she was escaping slavery.
Fun fact, she was ashamed of her appearance, so she always wore a shawl over her head.
Harriet was badly injured when taken to a store, and a mis-thrown 2-pound weight hit her in the face and knocked her unconscious for 2 days, like so.
It caused her to blank out every couple of minutes randomly for the rest of her life.
During these times, Harriet said she spoke to God because she had a very close relationship with him.
Later, Harriet Tubman then marries a man named John Tubman. He was the complete opposite of her, though, and nobody understood why then they appealed to each other.
Fun fact, Harriet's favorite color was summer sky blue.
Harriet received a message from God that she should try to escape, and so she planned to leave with her brothers.
But they chickened out on the night that they were supposed to leave, so Harriet left 2 days later by herself. She makes it all the way to Pennsylvania and is free.
After a couple of years living by herself, she gets a message from God to come back and save her family.
She returns every winter for the next couple of years, taking out many people from her family and saving many other slaves.
Fun fact! Harriet was considered very ugly, and her husband married another lady without even telling her while she was gone. Cheater.
She took everyone she saved to a house she bought in Canada.
Harriet knew God was always with her and always expected God to be there and help her along the road, as he always did.
After going back and forth saving many people for many years, she got most of her family out of slavery, and she kept them safe in a house in Canada.
During the Civil War, the mayor asked her to act as a spy and a guerrilla warrior for the Union.
She actually ended up serving wounded soldiers in Beaufort and making 50 pies a night and root beer for money to support her family.
Fun fact! Her favorite food is cornbread.
The Civil War ends, she marries Nelson Davis, also known as Nelson Charles, but he dies soon after they get married.
But she adopted a daughter named Gertie Davis and lives out the rest of her life working at her house in Canada and taking care of stragglers.
She died of pneumonia on March 10th, 1913, well after most of her family died.
Harriet Tubman stood up for the unlawfulness of slavery and always relied on God to help her through everything.
That's all for now.
See you next time
On Bring the Exile.